Okay, so guys, again, we're talking about the show. Of course, the show is brought to you today also by one of our amazing friend around the town, because you may need her in your town to do something amazing for you. And it's brought to you today by the Riley Group Real Estate. Now, Riley Group Real Estate is sitting right in front of us right now, pretty much, guys. So I'm going to have her talk more. So we have on set at the moment is Janet Riley, and she's going to elaborate more of the amazing thing that she do right here in our estate, which is real estate. So nice. Welcome to the show, Janet. Thank you for stopping by, and let our viewers and listeners know exactly what you do.
Black women in business.
I know.
Yes.
And of course, guys, if you go on our YouTube right now, you can see her. She's amazing. She's beautiful. So just so you know.
Thank you with all this rain. Well, yes, I'm a real estate broker, and I help clients to buy and sell homes, as well as to buy investment properties, which is something that I push. I also am I'm sponsoring an event this Friday called Boss Moves Happy Hour, because I believe that it's important for us to teach the people in our community about real estate and how it's such a good investment.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
definitely.
And it's definitely a way to build wealth. So at this Boss Move Happy Hour talk, we're going to be talking about relationships that you need to build in growing your business, about building credit, about saving, about investing.
Please take out your notepad and get writing all of these notes.
Yes, it's going to be a great evening. It's this Friday at 7 p.m. We're going to be hosting it at Sunsplash Restaurant on Franklin Ave in Hartford.
Okay.
And I'm hoping we have a good turnout, because we're leaving too much money on the table. There's enough money out here for all of us. Okay. And the real estate business is booming, and there's a lot of money there for us, but we don't tap into it.
So, tell us more about, because I actually want to get into real estate. I'm sick and tired of paying rent. And you know, that 1,100, 1,200, 1,500, however people pay, but I won't tell you how much I pay.
That's mortgage money.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That is a mortgage right there.
Right.
How can people, I mean, not to give away too much of what you want to talk about on Friday, but educate our listeners, how can we tap into that and, you know, get out of, how much money do we need to have to get a house? You know, kind of stuff like that.
Well, you know what? That's why you need to call me, Janet Riley, at the Riley Group. Because no, seriously, there are programs out there, and there's a government program, the FHA loan that they have, which it's a 3.5% down payment, which is great. You know what I mean. They also have other programs which
like
offer
first-time home buying
where there's no money down. Chafa is another program that offers that as well. There's so many different programs out there that you could tap into, but until you come out and get the info, you won't know. You know, and we as minorities sometimes tend to not want to go out and go get the information or feel a little scared to ask questions, but we need to come out of the darkness and start asking the questions
and realize it's situational. Stop worrying about what someone else's shoes.
Yes.
Worry about yourself and just get there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's not impossible.
No, it's not.
It's a reachable thing, right?
It definitely is. I started in this business several years ago with one property, and me and my husband, we decided to team up and make this our livelihood. Now we own several, you know, and it can be done. Yes. And I love to travel, and luckily for me, my husband does too.
Yeah.
And and because of our real estate goals and what we have in our investment properties, we can do that, and we do that. I just came back from Thailand. And Puerto Rico, and a cruise, you know. But the fact is, though, we build, and we've been trying to build on our wealth, and we're nowhere where we want to be because the bucket is deep. We just need to become more knowledgeable of how we could get in it.
One of the things that I think people are scared about is their credit.
Yes.
So, I've been approached by a lot of people, oh, well, maybe you have good credit, so you should do this and stuff like that. People are, oh, you have bad credit, you can't do this, you need to work with that. Do you guys educate people on how to, rebuild that
their credit?
Right.
I definitely have a team, and we definitely have people who can help you rebuild your credit. But on Friday, I'm definitely going to give you some little tips and secrets on you yourself that you can do that I guarantee you will jump your credit score. That's for sure.
Okay,
yes.
So we're again
and keep in mind also that there's programs out there that you could get pre-approved for a house at a 580 credit score. You know,
Oh, wow.
580,
Yeah, 580 is pretty
620.
low.
It's pretty low, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're offering loans with a 580 credit score.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm like they won't give a lot of people that kind of loan. But and again, I think they're looking at the fact that because as you know, people with not so good credit is because of their history of
Right.
paying and stuff like
Non-payment.
that. So
Sometimes people need to start looking at their habits.
Right.
It's like the
Definitely.
little things like your spending habits and
Yes.
everything to even get there.
I really hope one of you guys come to my event on Friday because you will see it's literally a
This Friday,
cycle.
what time did you say again?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Guys, you hear it first.
Yes,
Friday.
Sunsplash
Okay.
Restaurant
Yeah.
on Franklin Ave in Hartford because it's more than just having good credit because do you
Right.
know there are thousands of professionals who have bachelor degrees who's living in poverty like
well, I know
they
yeah.
live paycheck to paycheck and they're
Yeah.
doctors, they're lawyers, literally. You know,
Wow.
so it's a bigger scheme than just okay, I have good credit or I have a good job. There's more
Right.
behind it than just that.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, that's very good. All right. So
I love this. You said a very key word there that I love talking about, and that's Black wealth.
Yes.
Wealth. We must look at the gaps in Black wealth, and we need to start changing it.
Yeah.
That is so important. I love that people like you who are into these types of things and bringing forth awareness.
That's one of my biggest goals is to help everyone I know to begin to start looking at and building wealth for themselves and for their family and kids. I do every year a big dinner. It's I created a group called Legacy Leaders, and what we do is literally we give away funds to one first-time home buyer to help them towards the buying process.
Right.
And we just did it June past, and it was a very successful event.
Nice.
But our goal is to help people, help others. You pass it on. You're in a position to help. Pass it on and help someone else. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. So do you have like a website or anything of that nature where people can go visit, get more information about you?
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Our website is RileySellsCTandMass.com because we're licensed or brokerage. We help people in Connecticut and in Massachusetts as well. My email is the same, RileySellsCTandMA@gmail.com. So it's Riley, RILEY, Sells, SELLSCTandMA@gmail.com.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
And so you guys will be talking about how people can get a home. Are you guys getting people to recruit to train them, see how they can learn more about the business, or it's just an informational session?
Well, this time it's an informational session, but I will have a team of different people there, from a mortgage person to a credit person to a finance person that is there, that if anyone wants to talk to someone during the break or after, there's business cards to get, and so you could connect with that person at your convenience.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And so what would you implore our listeners to do when it comes on to buying a house? Because a lot of people are scared. What is that thing that you can say, okay, don't be scared, because they're afraid to go. How can you let them take the first step?
Well, it's very simple, and it's 1 + 1. The fact of the matter is, you're paying $900 or $1,000, and that's low for rent. And I remember I have friends that pay $1,500, $1,800
Right.
for rent. You're literally throwing your money away when you could be investing that into paying your mortgage and building equity where you could borrow from that later, take that out later to use for something else.
But what's the starting capital? That's what people may ask. How can what would I need to have before? I mean, of course, you need to get a loan.
Well,
but
I think that people need to start
That's
learning the
easy.
language and
Right.
everything that's in it. I don't think
It's
people
a lot of-
understand
It's a mindset,
Some
first
people
of
don't
all.
understand what
Yes.
equity is
Exactly.
and how
True.
So I feel like learning those foundations and basics and the definitions
That's
of
true.
things.
That's
gonna help.
definitely true. Yes, and I think the first thing about this is you need to start having the right mindset behind
Yes.
it. You
Yes.
want this for yourself. You
Right.
want to do better than just sit here, rent, and pay someone else's mortgage.
Right.
Right.
And then you need to know, okay, the lingo, like you said, okay,
Right.
I want to be a homeowner now, and I want to start paying my own mortgage so I can build equity, which means that you're paying down your mortgage so that you could sell your house and get money back. You'll have equity in that house, or you
Right.
could borrow against that house.
Right.
You know, that's building equity in a home.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you're talking on even a higher level in that aspect, because some people just want to, they buy a home and that's their forever
And they're
home.
done. Exactly.
And they're done.
No, we
You're
haven't
talking
even gotten
on
started.
that higher
Yes,
level where
exactly.
it's like you want to start having residual income.
Right.
You
exactly.
want to learn other ways of getting out of the rat. You know,
Exactly.
that's a whole nother. Now you got to have an entrepreneurial mind to think on
Mindset.
that set.
Right, but you know what? It's like you said, knowledge is key, and talking to people about the language and breaking it down for them so that they can understand to say, really, I can do this too. It's not that anyone else is special out here who owns a couple homes or a bunch of investment properties. There's nothing special about us. You just need to come, get some information, learn, and be on that same mindset that you can do it too, and you want it.
Right.
And I think that's the key. You have to want it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that I hate to say the word ignorance, but ignorance really
It's
is
bliss. It is.
And there are people who are ignorant in that sense because they really don't know.
Mhm.
It's almost like, I don't know if you ever read that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, or ever heard of it.
Mhm.
Some people, the way that the rich learn how to be rich is by learning from other rich, and then poor, it's the same thing. If you grew up in this, we've been living in apartments all our lives,
Right.
and this is all I know.
Back to that mentality.
Yeah,
thing, yes.
and how
Right.
are we gonna tap into those people who are inside their own realm of things? Because for instance, I meet you here and I'm like, I'm loving everything that you're saying, but it's like, how are we gonna go out there?
That's funny because a big pet peeve of mine is sharing. Like, I always want to help everyone. I'm always trying to help everyone.
Right.
And it takes a toll on me. But the thing is, we as a people need to learn to turn around and help each other up and
Yes.
stop being crabs in a barrel.
Ugh.
I hate when I see someone who's out there doing it and
Yeah.
don't share. But there's a catch to that as well. You can have people who's out there willing to share the information,
Yeah.
but we still won't come and get it. Because this event, I'm doing it free. There's no fee to come inside, okay? And I have prizes, giveaways that I'll be doing. However, let's see how many
And say
people
that
show
again.
up.
Free.
It's free admission to get in.
Right.
It's a restaurant, so we will have food, and I will be giving away quite a bit of stuff. However, let's see how many people show up to this free happy hour chat, to get information that literally will make a big change in your life.
Well, hopefully they will show up. But we're gonna come back and we're gonna have you wrap up in a little bit. We're gonna play this quick one song, and then from that we're gonna get back Janet right here, guys, on injury.co. But of course, more she's talking about from the Riley Group. Of course, if you want more information, she's gonna give you that right after this music break. All right, so you listen to Shut Up on Injury Radio, injury.co.